What if the most dangerous thing you could do in society wasn't rebellion or violence or protest, but simply asking honest questions? Over 2,000 years ago, one man did exactly that. He didn't write books, he didn't build a school, he didn't hold any office, and yet the way he thought was considered so disruptive, the state sentenced him to death. His name was Socrates. Athens was proud of itself, its democracy, its culture, its confidence. People spoke boldly about justice, virtue, honor, and wisdom. Everyone had opinions. Everyone sounded sure. Socrates wasn't impressed. He walked the streets and asked questions. Simple ones at first. What is justice? What is courage? What is goodness? People answered fast, confident answers. And then, Socrates kept asking. He took those answers apart, piece by piece. He tested them with logic, examples, contradictions. Before long, they collapsed. What seemed obvious became fragile. What sounded wise turned out to be hollow. Socrates didn't argue to win. He argued to expose. He believed the real danger wasn't ignorance, it was believing you know something when you don't. That approach became known as the Socratic Method, a relentless kind of questioning, not meant to humiliate, meant to wake people up, not meant to hand out answers, but to clear away false certainty so real understanding could begin. By the end of these conversations, people often felt uncomfortable, even embarrassed. They were left confused. Socrates saw that confusion as progress, because to him, wisdom didn't start with answers, it started with humility. At the center of his thinking was one question: how should a human being live? Socrates argued that success, wealth, reputation, power, none of it mattered if the soul itself was disordered. Then he made one of the most radical claims in all of philosophy. No one does wrong knowingly. Socrates believed virtue is a form of knowledge. If someone truly understands what is good, they will do it. When people act unjustly or cruelly, it isn't because they chose evil, it's because they misunderstood what actually benefits them. So moral failure isn't weakness, it's ignorance. People chase pleasure, status, power, thinking those things will fulfill them. Socrates said they were simply wrong about reality. Real well-being comes from wisdom, self-control, and justice within the soul. That way of thinking made him enemies. Young people listened. Leaders felt exposed. Authority was questioned. Traditions were examined instead of obeyed. Eventually, Athens put him on trial. The charges were corruption of the youth and impiety. But the real offense was simple. Socrates refused to stop thinking out loud. At his trial, he didn't beg. He didn't flatter the jury. He didn't pretend to be someone else. When sentenced to death, he could have escaped. He didn't. Socrates believed living justly mattered more than living longer. Betraying his principles to save himself would destroy the very thing he spent his life defending. So he drank the poison calmly, surrounded by friends, still talking about philosophy until the end. His final lesson wasn't written in ink. It was lived. Question yourself. Examine what you believe. Care for your soul more than your reputation. Because, as Socrates warned, an unexamined life is not worth living.